Alex was the first member to sign onto the Colossus project and was a very sought after IGL, and I believe that's for good reason. The system Alex had in place on Cloud9, along with his fragging and ability to read the game, makes him one of the best. Alex would blow open areas of the map on T side with his lurking, and constrict the opponent when on the CT side. I learned a lot from watching Alex and trying to figure out what he's thinking and reading when making decisions. Alex's main role on the team was to lurk. I talked in the structure video about how the team would run a 1-3-1 style system, with one lurk being aggressive trying to get space, and the other more set on holding areas of the map. His role would constantly be to get more space, and he consistently would find timings and gaps to break open rounds. On the CT side, he would love to get aggressive and push areas of the map. This was one of the reasons this lineup was so dominant on CT side. He would shrink the map, allowing the rest of the team to rotate or understand where the enemy was setting up. Alex is just great at really taking up space. It allows the team to rotate or see what setup they have or read any plays. It's very much a feast or famine skill. He can blow open a round to win or freely give up his life putting the team in a bad position. More often than not though, he was able to gather tons of information or get a great read on the other team and set the rest of the team up for success. IGLs can get a reputation for being bad at fragging, but Alex is definitely above average, and I think he actually could get even better, but I'm going to talk about that later on. On the sites that he would lurk towards, he would entry a lot of the time since he would have used all of his utility gaining map control with his lurk. As I alluded to before, there is an area of improvement for Alex that I think could greatly increase his fragging ability, and that's his crosshair placement. He spends a lot of time with his crosshair in dead zones, either looking at walls or looking too low, or looking where he wants his crosshair to end up after a strafe that forces him to flick if the enemy isn't in a position that he expects. If he was more disciplined in keeping his crosshair where the enemies could be, he would have much less mouse movements in fights, which would lead to faster time to kill and more accuracy. Luckily, he has Mezzi on his team, who this is one of Mezzi's biggest strengths. He's very good at this, and if Alex was able to learn and move around the map in a similar fashion to Mezzi, I think he could probably get 3 to 4 more kills per map. Overall, I believe Alex is one of the best IGLs in the world, with a system that can win huge tournaments as long as he has time to get comfortable with his team. I'm very excited that he found a new team, and with talents like Mezzi and Brolin with him, if they give him time, I believe Fnatic will be a phenomenal team.